a fantastic squad. No,
Zuma. I'm watching Tommy Papa, that man right
Zuma
there.
as well. So confident, finally making it to the finals. There you see the Optic Gaming squad. Scump, Formal, Krim, and Karma. No, Karma, a lot of pressure on him. Obviously, the new addition to the team. They just won 2 events with Enable, looking to see if they can win one with Karma.
And, of course, Enable. He's only been to 2 finals in Call of Duty. He's won both of them, but that's when he was wearing Optic green back in red. We'll see who has the hotter hand off the break. Zuma on your screen. Krim is going to draw first blood on Enable. HOQ answering back, and Zuma keeping Karma off the hill.
I think Zuma's really the key player for Faze in this matchup, Puckett. You expect HOQ to go off. You expect Enable to play well. If Zuma can put that pressure on Optic Gaming, and really, I think you kind of look at him and Scump, how that goes. If Zuma can win a decent amount of those engagements, it's going to spell good things for Faze on respawn.
Nice plays so far by Enable, keeping Optic out. You're going to see Enable on a 2 streak, trying to loop back around. 20 seconds left on this first hard point, but it's really going to be hard point number 2 on this map, where you'll see a team build up a lead. Zuma off to a nice start. We take it over to Slasher here, as it's all Faze in our first minute. We'll switch over to Optic going into hill number 2.
Yeah, and it looks like Faze is going to be running 3 Battles on this one, kind of taking something from E6. We saw E6 use a lot of ARs in all the games they played, and it looks like that's what Faze is going to decide to do in this one. Optic, though, set up for the next hill already. It's going to be Faze ahead by a little bit of points, but no, Optic's going to make that up right now.
Now, Karma kind of getting a little bit of flack from some people who don't understand really the teamwork that goes into competitive Call of Duty, but he is getting the crucial kills. He was over on poolside. He stopped the initial rotation coming from Faze, and that bought time for Formal and Scump to get into position. Scump back on the hard point now, leading all players. Actually, he's now 6 and 5. Zuma is working with HOQ, trying to stay at the top of their leaderboard, but I really like what Scump's been able to do with Formal, especially on this map. Why is this duo so dangerous?
They're so dangerous because, Scump puts so much pressure on the other team, and I think Formal probably, him and Clayser, the 2 best ARs in Call of Duty, he's able to just be that safety valve that lets Scump put so much pressure on the opposing team. You see Faze, though, able to break it there. Something of note, a few of the Faze guys, I think it might be actually Zuma running hardwire, so going to be looking at that. Optic throwing a ton of stuns. They're probably going to have to adjust.
Slasher sticking with the standard battle class is going to milk the hill time. Optic on the full-on rotation. Krim's going to fall first. Scump next in line. And we're going to go back over to Optic here with Karma set up in the back. All the fights are going down poolside. Formal working with Scump on the opposite end. And Scump picks up 2. Formal looking for the 4th. And that is going to be a clean sweep. Everyone from Faze dropping, but they're still getting some pretty nice spawns, Matt. Yeah, Faze still spawning pretty close to the Optic Gaming players, and it looks like they've adjusted a little bit too. It seems Krim has pulled out a Bal as well, so they realize Faze running that extra AR, trying to match it as well, but it's going to be Faze controlling this lobby hill. Formal trying to just wait for some teammates to get in there and try and break it, but nobody in support. He's going to have to go in there himself, Puckett. Not the spot you want to be playing with an AR. Formal trying to stay alive. You see 3 red kills in that feed.
Dear.
Formal, fantastic melee there. Krim trying to back him up, and Krim is going to go down. Scump, last man standing for Optic, but his teammates come up. A nice spawn. This is just going to be a lot of contention for the final 7 seconds, and that is the difference in our 2 scores. 62 to 55 it was just a moment ago. Faze is going to rotate to the new hard point first. We'll see if Krim and crew can break it.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge hard point for both teams. If Faze is able to hold this one, definitely going to put themselves in a pretty big lead. I mean, this bottom hard point, when your AR starts to go off, it's really going to be a Slasher versus Formal battle on this hill. Whoever's able to win that, going to rack up tons of time on this bottom hill. You see Scump trying to push in. Zuma going to be playing so patient behind this pole, just trying to keep it alive for the rest of his teammates to get over there. He's going to be able to get one, looking for a second player, trying to control those spawns. It's going to be Scump, though, running in and picking up 2.
Enable staying alive, though. Karma behind the bar is going to get drop-shotted. Slasher over Enable's shoulder doing the damage, and you got to love the way Slasher was playing that from afar. HOQ is going to clear the hill with a 2-piece, but Optic continues to swarm. Karma back into the mix. Slasher answering back, but Optic continuing to add points to their score. A very tight game, though, in our first round of rotations, Matt. Look how close this one, 76-75 after the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, nobody rotates early to this 5th hard point. It looks like it's going to be a battle between 2 players up top. It's actually won by Slasher, so Slasher and Scump fighting for it up top. It looked like it was going to go to Faze early. It seems like a player from Optic, was Karma, going to get in there, taken out by Slasher as well. So Faze able to take control of this hill. And this is the first time that Optic's really been pushed to the limit in hardpoint. I believe they're undefeated at this event so far in hardpoint. This is the first time they've really had a very close match.
Now, following the ASM-1 nerf, you said that, well, I guess we've seen a lot more Bals, but earlier today I heard you say that you think Slasher is still a top 3 Bal in the game. Why is he so strong in your opinion?
No, he's just always in the right position. You rarely see Slasher, have to fight a difficult fight. You see right there, that Karma, it's an easy pick up these kills. I mean, you hardly see him fight from difficult positions. Slasher just positions himself in always great spots to keep himself at an advantage. Just a great job of map awareness.
And we talked a little bit about the Formal versus Slasher battle so far. This has been Slasher dominant, 21-15 Formal. Shut down so far in this game. Gfinity, he dropped 56 on this same game type. Today, though, 16-17 after our first 5 minutes. Going back over to Crim6, though, he's leading the squad on top of the scoreboard with 6 captures. 18-20, still not positive, but starting to heat up.
Yep, the rest of the players pretty slow. I mean, you expect Karma to start off a little slow, 13-20. It's not really going to be his job to go off on this team. I mean, with Scump and Formal, you're going to rely on those two to pick up most of your kills. Like Karma and Crim are going to have to fill in the gaps. Pick up the kills in the hill, go big when you need to. Those two players, though, getting off to a slow start, you're going to look at Karma and Formal in the second half, really have them pick it up.
To beat Optic Gaming, you have to make them uncomfortable, and you have to give props to Faze for the way they've just put the aggression on Optic from start to finish. But Formal lining them up, Scump picking up the other two, the duo shutting it down. Formal, he was negative, now on a 6 streak, and that is going to be 7 before he finally falls. Karma going to drop, that was Scump dropping. Karma staying alive, picking up 2. And nice job to get out of here, wait for his teammates to respawn over at pool before pushing forward.
Yeah, and Optic's going to have control of this next hill when it pops up, but that is not a good sign if you're a Faze fan. You saw Formal start to heat up a little bit there. I think that was like a 7 streak and it officially ended up on, but no, him and Scump starting to feel it. When they get in a groove, there's no stopping Optic. You see 2 more kills for Formal in the kill feed. Going to be watching the back, going to pick up another, just doing a great job locking that down.
Trying to get over to Formal. Formal with that bow. Set up a good push. Enable knows he's got to stay aggressive against his teammates from last weekend. And Enable, I wonder how much did he learn playing alongside Optic Gaming? And is he able to use that knowledge against them now today?
Well, I think he probably learned a little bit playing with Optic for that 2-week period of time. You see Slasher with 3 amazing kills, but it seemed like when they were talking interviews and stuff that they were just kind of going off of raw skill.
Just winging it?
Yeah, they were just winging it. So you don't know how much they probably taught him. And honestly, the Optic guys probably figured Faze is their best competition outside of Denial. And Slasher going huge here on a 6 spree. But they probably thought that Faze is probably their best competition outside of Denial. Let's not teach Enable too much.
And you're going to see Enable set up inside the hard point. He lost HOQ, who's been relatively quiet, 28-30, but we haven't shown him too much. Let's show this man some love. Plus, excuse me, I was trying to do the math real quick, and it looks like there's a big difference between Slasher and Zuma. I thought it was going to be Faze out slaying, but Zuma, after a hot start, remember, he was like 3-7 at one point, 18-28 now. What's going wrong with this man?
Yeah, Zuma just loves to be hyper-aggressive towards the hill. I mean, you see right there, just going to flood in, just reckless abandon. When he's not winning most of his gunfights, his score is going to be ugly. But you expect that out of Zuma. Not a player you're going to want to see go positive most of the time. A little bit like Attach, like if he has like a 40-41 game or, forcing those engagements, that's what you want out of him. Looking at Zuma to get really aggressive on these hills the last few rotations.
HOQ back in the action. HOQ has been very active, 33-34 already. Slasher is going to fall. Optic is doing a great job of picking up the kills as we go back to Zuma. We'll watch him one more time. Can he go on a run? There's one player. That's the flank. Now he's going to pick off Karma. One more player's coming down. Zuma knows it. Feels the pressure, but Scump still gets the kill. Scump going on a rampage now. There's 1, there's 2. He will be dropped. Enable putting an end to him. Crim6 with the bow. Won't be able to pick that up. HOQ inside. This is a brutal fight at the bottom. And last time we were at the bar, neither team really picking up many points. Faze with an opportunity to catch up. They're down 15, but that margin is getting more and more narrow.
If you're Faze, you don't even need to play for the full time on this clock right now on this hill. I think you need to play to probably be down by 10 seconds going into the final hill and then just kind of make that one a toss-up. That's probably how you'd play it. Playing for the garbage time here, giving Optic that early rotation in the next one, it's going to be a loss no matter what. You just have to take the rest of this time. I mean, at this point, you're going to have to force for this garbage time, pick up these last 10 seconds to make it a game. But it seems like they have control of the next hill spawn already as well.
And those are big kills going down over at pool. Yeah. It's Slasher, who has been hot all game long, continues to stay positive 10. Just picked up 2, won't be able to grab the 3rd, and Enable knows the rush is on. Everyone is going to be surging forward. He's going to go down. Zuma up next to him. Going to pick up 1. Big 2 kills there from Zuma. Enable coming off the spawn, up the stairs, will fall. Slasher, though, answering back. Final 30 seconds, 13 points separating these squads.
And Faze is in perfect position to set up here, Puckett. Optic's going to have to be very careful. They can't keep flooding in one by one, but as I say that, Karma just runs in, gets a huge three-piece. Formal able to pick up one, Scump another. Optic able to break this Faze setup at the end. It looked like Faze had a perfect setup to hold that one down, but Karma goes absolutely massive on this final hill.
Scump is going to finish with the most kills on the squad. Formal right behind him, 41 and 39. But that play from Karma, arguably the MVP performance here in game number 1. Optic is going to lock things up here in the first map in our best of 5, 203 to 170.
Karma, he's not going to go positive every game. With Formal and Scump, there's just so many kills on the map. Him and Krim, their stats are going to suffer, but that's exactly why you pick up Karma to make a huge play in the final moments of the game. Picks up a huge three-piece, able to take that hill back. 11 captures to his name. Just did a fine job overall in the OBJ department.
Nice job from both squads. Very entertaining game number 1. And, we showed a lot of Faze in that first game. I wanted to get a feel. How do they stack up against Optic Gaming when they go toe-to-toe in a respawn game mode? They've showed me they can hang. Slasher, phenomenal performance, a 1.38, 10 caps, 4 defense. You saw him going off in the attic. HOQ had some nice strings, going 41 and 43, insanely active. The most active player in the entire lobby, in fact. But need a little bit more out of Enable, a little bit more out of Zuma if you want to win CTF and upland.
I think probably just a little bit more out of Zuma. They would have gotten a game out of Zuma that was about even. I think they probably would have had a very good chance of winning that first hardpoint.
Solid game from both squads. Guys, we're throwing it to a quick commercial break. When we return, we head to our first search and destroy, the map Detroit. Finals of UMG Cali. Optic 2 games away from being crowned champions and winning back-to-back tournaments in 3 different countries.
Yeah, it would be a three-peat for Optic. For Crim6 right there, be his 20th event win in Call of Duty. Would be the most all-time. So definitely a lot on the line for him. Then on the side of Faze, Enable, looking for a three-peat of his own. Just some fantastic players overall in this series. We haven't seen Zoom in the finals in a very long time. HOQ, we saw him in UMG Orlando in the finals, looking to see if he can make another run here at a championship. But looks like
HOQ doesn't want to play yet.
Doesn't want to play yet. So
all right, we'll redo this for you. And Slash like, yo, man, get that right class.
Yo, you didn't make the right class, man. Really?
And honestly, this is a good move. If you're not comfortable, if you don't have your classes 100% perfect, take your time. Make sure you got what you need, because this is going to be a brutal battle, I have a feeling. We saw a lot of B pushes all day long, and to get past the setup that Optic is fortifying over there is going to be so tough for Faze.
Let's be quite frank. This is kind of the game for Faze, right?
Right.
Faze doesn't win this map, it's going to be very difficult, almost unimaginable that they come back and win 3 straight.
It's going to be real tough.
So this is definitely a must-win. And you're looking at HOQ to really make a difference here in S&D. You have Slasher. Haven't seen him in a very long time since Champs. Last time we saw Slasher play, but one of the most talented S&D players in the game. You're looking at him and HOQ to really make a difference.
Now, I'm looking at one of the best S&D players in the crowd right now, and I'm asking him, which way is this game going to go, Khalifa? Are we going Optic? He's calling it Faze. He says Faze is going to be the stronger team here on Search and Destroy, matching up against these guys quite a bit, practicing against them, and I wonder, who do you think is going to be dropping the most kills, Matt?
I think it'll probably be Slasher. Or, Zuma loves to go on his flanks and loves to be aggressive. Sometimes it kills him, then he has an awful game. Sometimes it ends up working in his favor. I'd expect Optic to probably play a little bit slower and try and bait him out. Zuma's going to be extremely aggressive.
If you're playing against Optic Gaming and Search and Destroy, there is one thing you need to do, and that is not allow a round 11. Optic has been so clutch in round 11s throughout the Search and Destroys in this tournament. Crim6 always picking up the big kills, and last time around, you just saw it was Scumpy, I believe, picking up 2 to lock things up on the same exact map. Detroit, Search and Destroy, we're starting up one more time. All the players in the lobby now, and I want to see what was HOQ going for. What is that class that he was mixing up? They're going to be on defense first. Optic, the first one on the attack.
Yeah, we see HOQ'S class once he spawns in. Seems like just a generic ASM1 class. Nothing too special out of him. And something to keep note for the entirety of the game. Optic on defense pretty much primarily plays the same spots all the time. We saw Denial abuse them at COD Champs on Solar S&D, by just singling out Krim. Going to be wondering if Faze makes those adjustments, finds out where they're playing, and makes some kind of push and single out one of the players.
Scump got first blood, but Karma was dropped immediately after. Zuma takes out Formal. Here's the push. Krim with the bomb was dropped. So Scump in a 1-on-2. Enable and Slasher still up for Faze.
And you also have to take into account, Puck, I completely forgot, kind of looked over it, but Now, Enable's been playing with this Optic Gaming squad for the last 2 weeks. I mean, they had to go over Search and Destroy, or at least Enable has to know kind of the tendencies of what the play calls are for Optic, like what they like to do round one. You know, if they lose a few rounds, what do they like to do on offense or defense? So Enable definitely key in the mind game for this matchup.
And Slasher definitely spotted Scump. My question is, did Scump hear the bullets being fired at him? He's continuing to check every corner as he enters school. Spots Enable, long-range ASM-1 versus the bow. Enable unable to finish. Scump is going to survive and hide in pit for the moment. 29 seconds left, so still plenty of time to work with here in the 1-on-2, but he's got to make a move either for the bomb or a kill here shortly.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. He's going to have to make a play for the bomb. Looks like he's going to be able to pick it up over by Hospital. Really going to have to try and get this one down at A. It's going to be such a difficult spot. Looks like Slasher probably just going to pop up and check it here in a few seconds. Going to be able to pick up an easy kill. Round one going to go to Faze.
Yeah, and this was really won by Faze on the flank. You saw two players pushing right behind Optic on that A Street. So aggressive on the defensive end. It's a gamble, and it paid off for him here in the first round.
Yeah, and Optics tried to push straight into that A Street, and Faze just kind of countered it perfectly. Kind of blind counter, was able to call. Great strat round one. Be interesting to see what they do on the offense. Let's go on board with Faze. Stay on board with Zuma. See what he likes to do. Yeah.
All right, Zuma running standard bow, double frag grenades.
I'd expect something pretty aggressive here out of Faze.
Yeah, this is a B push, I have a feeling. When you see the double frags, I have a feeling he's going to be making his way over to school. And the early grenade's going out. Zuma's going to take notice of that, and he's going to answer back. Does that one connect? Formal is on the other side of that wall. It looks like neither of them will. Now they're going to rotate over to A.
So it's interesting, you know, Optic, they load up on grenades over by Garage. Faze sends absolutely nobody over there. They kind of throw some nades over and fire a window, knowing that's where Formal's going to be playing. So I would kind of gamble and say that's something Enable kind of picked up from them that they like to do.
Zuma did pick up one, Matt, and that was Formal. So Formal out of the round. The bomb rotating over to B, and you're going to see Slasher spotting one cross. Feels the pressure, tagging up Krim, trying to shoot through the wall, and he is going to survive that. Here comes Zuma on the flank. Perfect teamwork. The chemistry showing through here for Faze. Great communication as well. And now all four members hunting Optic, Enable with one. Zuma looking for 3 kills in this round.
Huge plays by Zuma, and something really odd. Formal was playing over by B in school. He immediately gave it up. Rotated over towards A, and I don't know why they decided to do that. Very odd play out of Optic. Gave Faze the school control right off the bat after Zuma was able to get that first pick. Set Zuma up pretty perfectly for a flank, to be honest, and Optic's going to give that round away. It's going to be Faze picking it up. Zuma off to a very nice start, 4-1 this S&D.
I think the most impressive part of that for me was Enable and the rest of the Faze crew. They had the bomb, they had school control, but rather than going for the plant, they just all swarmed Optic Gaming, and they're playing aggressive. It doesn't matter what game mode it is. They're not afraid to challenge.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because Optic usually plays at such a fast pace, right? You know, they just challenge everything. This is a team with Faze that they can't really just challenge everything and kind of run them over. Faze has just enough gun skill to get by Optic and, you know, win those head-on-head engagements. So very interesting matchup, something Optic doesn't really deal with too often.
And that is a big missed opportunity. HOQ'S surviving the shots from Karma, 3-on-4 after HOQ was able to get the first pick on Formal. Scump and Krim left alive. Zuma picking up 2. It's actually all up to Scump now. Last man standing in a 1-on-4.
Scump is in an awful position right now, Puckett. They know exactly where he is. Faze going to collapse on him in Garage. Go up 3-0 here in the S&D. I believe Formal with the donut. Same with Karma. Going to be looking to see if either of those players can get anything going. And I mean, it's not like Krim and Scump are doing that much better. They have a kill each, but no, Faze really just dominating this, led by Zuma. 6-1 on a 5 streak.
3 rounds, 2 kills for Optic Gaming. Not the start you want, but we've seen them come back from deficits in the past. But you got to give huge props. Zuma picking up another 2. HOQ with the first blood in that last round. Also, your round-ending kill cam. They're playing. You know, I said it in the past, but just so aggressive. HOQ was jumping up and down on the Atlas building earlier.
And Slasher trying to pick that player off over there in green, but not able to do so. And look at how aggressive Faze is going to be. They're just going to push right into A alley. Slasher's able to pick up 1. Now, Optic doesn't know where he's going to decide to go. Going to jump inside green, pick up Scump. It's going to put Formal and Krim in such a bad spot. They know where Formal is now. They can pin him inside green.
Slasher still up here with Zuma. Zuma on a hell of a run. I believe this is 7 straight kills for Zuma.
He can't be stopped. I mean, we talked about it a little bit pregame. When Zuma, you know, he's so aggressive in S&D. Sometimes he's going to be in bad positions. Sometimes, you know, what he does works. Right now, it is working. 8-1, 7 spree. No, Optic really needs an answer. They need to play probably a little bit slower. I think if you can just slow the game down against this Faze team, you'll eventually get Zuma to just run right at you.
Zuma has double Optic's entire team's kills, man. If I'm Zuma, I'm going to just keep playing this way. And honestly, I love the addition of the SMG play from Slasher that last round. I don't think Optic expected him to get that aggressive. Normally a bow player is Slasher, and it really paid off. Looking at the attacking round, Optic, again, kind of just holding up. They're trying to play it patiently this time. Like you said, Matt, will Faze jump on it?
Well, it's kind of a mind game. I mean, I think at this point in time, they know Faze is just outgunning them on this map, that Optic doesn't really know how to answer that they're going to play this really slow. But then at this point, they're kind of playing into Enable and Slasher's wheelhouse.
HOQ finding some trophy systems. Bomb still not down, though. That was Crim6 forced to back up. Scump trying to rotate over to provide some help. Formal is going to clean up Enable. So 3-on-3, even numbers here. There's a stack of green. Here comes the charge, and that is won by HOQ. Tagged up in the back. He's got Zuma to back him up. And what teamwork we're seeing here from Faze. Last man standing is going to get cleaned up. A perfect game so far, and you see Papa Tommy P is getting fired up there in the
He is just
booth.
pushing anything. He doesn't care. I mean, he takes out one with the bow. Then he runs out of ammo, just picks up an ASM-1. He just jumps right into this doorway. On a 9 streak, 10-1, definitely the MVP of this game. Karma really struggling for Optic. 0-5 right now, going to need him to come up big. I mean, down 5-0. This map looks like it's in Faze's favor, but we've seen crazy things like this before.
You know, when we watched Elevate versus Faze, Game 5, we saw perfect play out of replays. He put up 7-0. But this is the most impressive single performance I have seen in a search and destroy. Zuma wrecking everything. Slasher playing very aggressive. You see 2 players mid-street able to support and maybe draw someone out for Slasher. Zuma is going to be that guy trying to suck up some bullets. HOQ ready to challenge Formal. Here it is. And Formal is going to escape up the garage stairs. HOQ, though, chasing right after him.
Yeah, Faze has done a great job just finding one player on Optic where he is at the start of the round and just forcing an engagement with him. HOQ, though, decides to back out here. I would have liked to see him actually challenge Formal. You would have known he would have fell back to that blue wall. It's going to be HOQ, though, trying to find some lines inside of somebody middle map, not able to do so. So it's going to be Optic. The 4v2 situation, they should be able to close this one out.
Karma peeking the head glitch, and you're going to see Formal take down Enable in your kill feed. So it's all up to Zuma. He only has 1 death. I have a feeling this is his second. 35 seconds for Optic players, and he is going to get charged by 3 of them. Takes out 1, but can't handle the horde. We'll go into round number 7. Optic on our board.
Yeah, Optic going to need to really answer. I would have liked to see them actually kind of make this an easy kill for Karma. Like, Karma just get on the board and get those nerves out. Let maybe one player just run in, try and bait for him. Let Karma pick up an easy kill just to get him going.
All right. You want a Karma cam?
We
Is that what you're saying? Too bad. We're watching Zuma. No, just kidding. I want to see Optic. Can they pull it back, though, Matt? Realistically, 5-1. What are their chances, and how do they do it?
I mean, it's going to be very tough on Detroit, to be honest with you. They're going to have to make perfect calls the rest of the game, really kind of counter what Faze is doing. And right now, looks like they're actually going to be playing right into what Faze wants them to do. It looks like Faze being very aggressive in the mid-street. HOQ might be able to go on a very nice flank behind the Optic guys in garage. I think he's just going to wait over in the mid-street, see where Optic starts to apply pressure, and then react from there. But you see HOQ in a prime position to pick up at least 1. He's going to get 1 player, another one jumping over the wall, not able to pick up Crim, but still, that is enough to just deter the Optic rotation.
And look how close Karma is to the enemies. You can see him there through our COD vision. Push coming from A Street, and there it is, Crim cleaning them both up. Last man standing now for Faze is Zuma, and a great push from Optic. Despite losing that first blood, they get the job done, Matt.
So Optic's starting to gain a little bit momentum here. You know, they pick up 2 rounds. Crim on a 4 streak, Scump on a 3 streak. Now you still, Formal and Karma really need to get something going. I mean, if they're going to win this game, they're not going to come back with just those 2 players going off. They're going to need some contribution from the other 2.
I do want to point out, I was watching Karma, and he is really playing the selfless positions. Yes. He's doing the dirty work for the squad and really scouting it out for the team. So even though he's not getting the kills, doesn't mean he's worthless. Zuma going with a sniper rifle. He's not going to play with any stock on this. No secondary SMG. He's going to go with the PDW. And it looks like he's got to hit this shot, spots a player. Is he going to get it challenged? Scump wants to peek, and he is punished.
Great call from Faze. No, you haven't seen a sniper all game long. So Optic getting pretty aggressive towards that mid-street. They were able to get an easy first kill. Enable with a kill on Karma. Last one alive. It's going to be going up against Zuma, HOQ, and Slasher. Going to be able to pick up 1.
This is manageable. Don't get too aggressive now. You're excited. You check the bomb site. It's not planted yet. 50 seconds left to work with here.
There's still a ton of time. Formal doesn't have to peek this right away. And almost wait for the bomb to go down, but now both members of FaZe know exactly where he is. See how aggressive this one player is going to be. Almost able to pick up the second. Zuma is like, oh,
yo, we won that. Oh, yeah,
like,
just
I
making
almost
sure.
just messed that up. Yeah, Zuma being extremely aggressive, challenging at first. Slasher going to come in, pick up this final kill. It's going to tie the series up at 1-1.
I don't think
That was...
Yeah. Kill cams, man. Kill cams. Not always accurate. All right, 6-2. Good finish. Little bit scary. Formal almost acing up, clutching it there in that final round.
Yeah, not the cleanest last round. Zuma really went big for FaZe. 12-4, dominated the early rounds. At the end, it was the teamwork from everybody. Enable and Slasher picking up some big kills in a trade really solidified the map.
5-0 start, though. That is the difference maker. Opening up so strong was FaZe. Optic able to finish with 2, but our score tied up 1 apiece. The players are going to run to the bathroom real quick. We'll be back, though, on the other side of this commercial break. What do we got, Matt? Is it CTF or Uplink Game 3?
It's going to be a CTF on Biolab, so always a fun time in CTF Biolab.
I'm excited. Watch out for Slasher. Look out for HOQ, man. He had a bad day, too. I'm looking for him to go big. Can FaZe get the lead? This would be huge for their momentum. We'll be right back. And we are back on board with Enable, as we mentioned earlier, playing the last 2 weekends with Optic Gaming. Now back with this squad, and things are all tied up 1 apiece. And Matt, when you look at this FaZe squad going into this Biolab CTF game, who are the key players to look out for from each team?
I mean, for FaZe, you're going to be looking at Zuma again. I think overall, he's the key player in this series for FaZe. That S&D, it's great to see him get going, and he's going to carry this over into the respawn, picking up 3 huge kills right there in the middle. For Optic, you're going to be looking at Karma, how he bounces back after that rough search and destroy.
HOQ rotating over to try and help Zuma. It will take out Karma, but he's tagged up. Zuma still behind enemy lines, double stunned up. They see the hit markers, and he will be cleaned up. Optic didn't get a single kill there in the opening attack. However, holding strong, making sure their flag isn't pulled. Solid defensive stand in our first minute.
Yeah, they did a nice job on defense right there. That could have got ugly early. If HOQ is able to pick up more than 1 kill on top of their base, figure Zuma's able to pull that flag out, he would have been home free. So pretty fortunate right there if you're Optic Gaming.
I was looking at the minimap, and Optic seems really worried about this snow side. You saw Formal rotate all the way over from green, make sure everything was clear. Karma now getting in position over at purple, but the flag is being pulled. Zuma doesn't know it, but if he went green, that could have been a flag. Some spawns coming up there now for Optic Gaming, and Slasher's about to have his base swarmed.
Yeah, Slasher's going to have 2 players attacking his base. It's going to be directly behind him. He's going to be able to get one. And another player jumping up top, able to pick up Scump as well. So Slasher going big, playing defense. It's going to be Karmasur now on the defensive side for Optic Gaming. He's going to get stunned, have Zuma push right in. Zuma keeping on the aggression after that S&D game. This is what we didn't see from him in the hardpoint. I think if we would have gotten a better game from him in the hardpoint, probably would have went in FaZe's favor.
Yeah, that would be a 2-0 lead for FaZe if he was playing like he is right now. There's a big battle at the flag. Good kill coming in from Karma for the moment. Karma is going to buy time. Formal and everyone else rotating over, and now you're going to see Crim6 pushing through Biolab, trying to set up. You're going to see a snow pull here from Optic if they can get the flag out, but a solid hold by Slasher once again with the bow. Enable and Zuma also in on the mix.
Yeah, FaZe is going to take, turns playing defense. It's going to be Slasher sometimes, it's going to be HOQ other times, but those 2 players are so good with the bow playing defensively. It's really what we saw HOQ do well at UMG Orlando for Stunner Gaming. Just did a great job on the defensive side with the bow. So going to be looking at those 2, not to have the most kills in the game, but to pick up some very important kills, getting cutoffs to score flags and also defending their own flag.
Krim trying to get the canister kill. It doesn't connect. Does some damage, but won't finish. Players inside of purple waiting for Karma on the rotation. Optic Gaming trying to get to the flag, but it's really kind of crazy to see how strong both of these defenses have been. It seems the players have definitely figured out the spawns here on Biolab CTF.
Yeah, it's kind of odd also to see Zuma sitting at 12-4. If you would have told me, within the first 3 minutes there was a player on one team that was 12-4, 13-4 now, I would have said that team probably would have had at least 1 or 2 flags.
He's got to defend himself. No support, and he will fall. Can Enable get the kills? It doesn't look like that is going to happen. Flag is returned for Optic. Enable still up. He's working with Zuma, who's coming off that respawn, but Zuma's got to get the return here. Optic pulling the flag. Enable set up to get a return, and as he trusts his teammates, he's going to go for the pull, taking it snow. There's going to be 2 players from Optic. That's going to be Krim and Karma, the ones that need to get this stop.
Yeah, Karma's going to get taken out from behind by Slasher. Slasher picking up Krim as well. Players on the overextend for Optic Gaming. It's going to be Formal. Going to try and get that flag out of there. HOQ going to be able to take him out. HOQ doing a nice job on defense like we were talking about. It's going to be that first flag kept going over to Faze.
Back over to Zuma. I thought he was going for the pull. He doesn't. Now the spawn coming behind him. Almost turns on Formal, but Formal gets the kill. Meanwhile, Krim 6 pulling this flag. No one there to help. It's HOQ with another return on defense. So Faze holding strong back at their base. Enable trying to lock down this elbow. And Matt, I got to get your thoughts, man. Does either team have an advantage at the start of this CTF? Who's got the better side?
I know this map's kind of crazy, Puckett. I mean, we see no teams. They'll pull a flag. The other team spawns right near the flag. You know, just kind of up and down. I don't think any team really holds a huge advantage over the other on this map. But, I mean, you know, I think attacking probably towards the red Eskies probably where you would want to be attacking.
You know, I'm just waiting for that moment when Optic plays like Optic. Right now, they're just getting outslayed. Look at this, 8 and 9 from Krim, 8 and 11 from Formal, 7 and 12 from Karma, and Scump has been absolutely shut down this game by the battles from Faze at 6 and 10.
But you know what was odd for me? It kind of struck me maybe like a minute or two ago, where Formal went in and grabbed the Faze flag. Like, when was the last time you saw Formal really go on the offensive and grab the opposing team's flag? Just seems like maybe some rolls out of sync at this moment in time. I mean, nobody for Optic with 10 kills the end of the first half. I mean, when was the last time you would have thought that would have happened?
I haven't seen it in a long time, I'll tell you that, unless he is the last man standing and they need to force some overtime action. Faze holds strong after getting the first cap. They keep their base clear. The series all tied up 1 apiece, but Faze primed to take the lead.
I mean, that half completely dominated by Faze. I mean, Krim finishes 10 and 11, the best score on the team for Optic. I mean, Formal 8 kills, Karma 8 kills, and then I think Scub, what was he at, 7, I believe. So going to be looking to see those 3 players really turn it up here in the second half. Not going to get by getting outslayed that much. And it's got to be shocking. You know, Optic as a team, you figure they can outslay anybody. To come into a series and get outslayed by somebody, got to be a bit of a shocker.
Krim 6, the in-game leader. He is going to be the shot caller and the one telling everyone else what roles they should be playing here on the second side. I'd love to go to an Optic Gaming listen-in as Krim pulls the flag.
Come on.
He's going to be on a flag already, probably.
Yeah, go. There's behind me. Square. Nice. Go.
I don't see anyone.
Damon's got a flag. Look at Big Crane.
He got me. Blue cut.
I got a flag.
Let's get blue cut. Nice. Good job.
He's top Big Crane. I'm leaving him.
Another one here. He's in top blue. No, in blue. In blue.
He's in blue? All right.
Yeah. Zuma.
I'm in square.
I'm watching square jump.
We'll get orange turbine. Orange turbine with the bell.
Come behind him, Matt.
Just waiting for him to jump square.
We'll get orange turbine. I'm stunned hard.
On top of their base.
I got the guy at our base.
2D right now.
I'm coming to help you guys.
In square. Blow snow.
And watch out orange turbine. It's all good.
Square.
Yo, back side.
Back roll.
Nice.
Back, hut. He's outside of hut.
All right.
He's in hut. HOQ.
I got one on their flag. He's in hut.
Nice. I need a hut.
HOQ.
I don't see him.
He's outside.
Yo, square.
Do you guys get killed?
Square watching the jump. Square watching the jump to flag. Nice. Yo,
Come, Matt.
Am I right back? One shot, that's loop on himself. He's weak on
I'm coming in square.
He's stunned also. He's stunned also next to you, Damon.
Yo, they have not got re yet.
Okay, one's up top and one's hut. Top right and hut.
Yo, I'm behind them.
Yeah, one's top base. He just jumped for re. He got
I got him. I'm running orange tunnel. I'm running orange tunnel.
I got him. Blue snow.
Watch my back.
Ice, square.
I got him, go.
Nice, go. Go back.
Right back, guys.
I'm going to...
There's
I'm
stunned.
going as fast as I can.
Top our base. There's 2 here. I'm super stunned.
2 guys top our base. Big kills.
3 in our flag.
Big one.
2 to your right.
Nice.
One more blue.
All good. Wrap green, right away.
Yeah, wrap green. I got one.
Oh, one's behind me. Top short, chasing you.
I'm pulling out. I'm running at flag.
They're going to spawn purple.
Yo. Oh, shit.
One was behind you.
I got it. Let's go.
3. I'm running back.
Last guy behind me. Watch out. Orange tunnel. Go, get it out. Okay.
They might
Yeah,
have.
run it.
I'm throwing the rotation back.
I spawned orange tunnel.
I didn't see anything.
David, I'm helping you.
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
They're rowing.
2 top long.
I'm running back, Seth.
2 going in blue. 1 cut and 1 blue.
Can I go for this? Top.
I got one.
In bottom purple. One shot. One shot on me, side purple.
I got him.
HOQ is one shot on purple. He might go for re.
No, he's uplink. He's under flag. 2 on a flag. They're going to run it at you.
I'm stunned.
We're spawning.
Yo, pick away, push it. Pick away,
Back blue,
push
one
it.
shot. Back blue, one shot on our flag, and one top purple.
Oh yeah,
Top
he's back
purple.
coupling, back coupling.
Yo, go to the base. Get ready. Go for
One top
pull out. Go
purple.
for pull out. Go.
All good.
I thought they were running a purple
Again.
side.
Yeah, chase him. Play D.
Bottom purple.
Matt, it's all tied up after that run from HOQ, but during the listen in, Optic was able to score twice, and you gotta love the leadership from Crim 6 and just the small talk from Optic as a whole. Karma always calling out his move, Scump letting people know when he makes a big play and there's an opportunity, and Formal being in the position to get some key returns in that series. But how did Faze answer right back after that second Optic score?
What's funny is, Optic, they did a great job scoring those 2 flags. And then they started to get a little bit too over-aggressive, right? Sometimes you force the issue so much, everybody gets going, everybody starts to push out. And then you push out things that you really shouldn't do. And Faze able to go on the counter, get that counter cap, able to get all 4 dead for Optic Gaming. Just did a fantastic job scoring that one. Enable's got a world of trouble, though. He's got 2 players for Optic Gaming. Going to be here in mid-bio. He's going to be able to take out 2. Got 1 more in purple. They're going to have to go big. They can actually have a really good opportunity to pinch this flag carrier for Optic Gaming.
That's got to be so frustrating for Enable. You killed 3 people, but the flag's still out. Scump keeping it alive. HOQ, though, is going to pull the Optic flag, and he's going to take it green, letting his teammates worry about the return. Optic is going to have to deal with Enable. He picked up 2 before falling, but nice job by both teams to get out alive with each other's flag.
It'll be interesting to see what position HOQ plays with this flag. It looks like he's going to stand right up on top of this green platform over here, just going to
hardest place to return it possible,
Yeah, it's got to be a hard place to get that flag return. So he's going to drop. It's going to be Formal picking up 2. He's got 1 player to beat if he's going to try and return it. Actually, if you're Formal, I would actually just watch this
Play
flag
for
from
7
afar.
seconds,
Yeah, just
right?
play for the 7 seconds. 4 seconds left on the return.
While it happened, though, the flag went back for the other side. It was Karma taken down. Nice job by Faze. And HOQ, he doesn't want overtime. It looks like actually that is going to be a stopped push here. Scump shutting it down with Karma. We're going to see an overtime, Matt, here in this one. Honestly, I couldn't tell you who is going to be able to come out with the first flag. Crim trying to get one last pull. That is shut down. Nice defense from both squads. And when you take a look at the numbers, who's impressing you the most?
Well, Formal's really had a big second half. I mean, we talked about him struggling in the first half, really brought it back nicely. They're going to need more of that from him. On the flip side, for Faze, you're going to be looking to see if Zuma can keep up the pressure he's putting on right now. And you're going to need a better game out of Slasher. I mean, Slasher, he's +1 right now. Formal doing a nice job counteracting that. Going to need Slasher to go big here in the second half.
Guys, we are live in California. This is the grand finals. How many Faze fans do we have out there?
There's like a few people over there.
How many people are cheering on Optic Gaming in this one?
There's a lot of people everywhere.
We're starting things off with Optic Gaming on your screen to open things up. It's going to be Karma. He's kind of the filler on the squad, playing the defense and the flex role for the team. Scump, though, he's been the aggressor. Slow start to this game. Let's see if he can get something going. Still going to be about -9. Karma doubling back to play defense, and he is needed there. Nice stop on Zuma, who is going to go for a pull.
Yeah, Karma does a great job filling all gaps in CTF. Might even be the best CTF player in all Call of Duty. I mean, I'd say him and, JCap. JCap's always been a historically great CTF player. Going to be looking at Karma fill in all those gaps, coming up with big plays for Optic Gaming in this one.
Formal trying to get over there. Scump is going to get the kill first, and nice job by Optic to take control of purple. They're going to try and go for a pull, run it right back to their teammates. Meanwhile, you're going to see Faze all spawning green. Good trade there. Crim's going to go for the pull. You see Karma set up to watch the middle, and as Faze rotated behind, Zuma picks up 2. Crim's going to have to defend himself. Great kill there on Slasher, and all the kills need to go down from Scump out at Snow. He can't finish. Crim going to be met by a lot of pressure, and it's Optic using bodies to jump in front of Faze, and Crim will put it in with 1 minute and 7 seconds.
So Crim goes huge, getting that first kill behind him. The biggest kill was actually Karma coming through ice, able to take the second player who was coming down through that first hard point. It's going to come right behind Crim. Karma cleans him up. The other two do a great job holding their base. Going to be a difficult time for Faze to beat.
Formal opening up with a 2-piece, taking out Enable. And you're going to see HOQ now rotating over green after the respawn. Enable connects on Crim with the stun. So Faze threatening at the Optic base. You'll see the rotation back. It's Karma, one of the key players, who's going to continue to put pressure on Faze. He knows not only do Faze need to get the flag. They need to get it home with their flag back at the base. Karma going for the pole here while Scump plays defense. Optic's going for the throat here, Matt.
Yeah, and Scump gets a huge two-piece with those canisters. Karma gonna be able to put this one in. Little 360 action there. It's gonna be Optic Gaming taking this CTF.
That woke the crowd up.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it one more time from Scump. He gets the kill up close, finding Zuma, and then the canister explosion. Just enough damage done is going to pick up 3 as that final flag is run home. 4-2 on Biolab after a very tight 10-minute game. Optic crushes overtime.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scump's been kind of quiet all series long up until that overtime. Finishes on a 6 spree right there, able to take out 4 players in that overtime. Huge play out of Scump to give Optic that win.
All right, the players stepping out of the booth for just a moment, so we won't talk any more strategy. But when we come back, one of my favorite game types in all of Advanced Warfare, Comeback Uplink, is up next, live from California. And we are back. Matt, I was just checking Twitter during the commercial break, and a lot of people excited you are casting the finals. They say we need to hear more of this.
Maybe.
People's Caster.
People's Caster, yes.
The People's Match.
I've kind of anointed myself the People's Caster.
You deserve
something
this
that
title.
was self-proclaimed, but then it just started to grow.
I anointed Ben a red panda, but that's a story for another time. We're going into the match.
It's
So
also an animal.
Optic Gaming.
I didn't realize they actually exist until Ben met
It's very true. We found them in the wild. Hook on our screen to open things up here. Faze looking so strong at the beginning of that CTF, but they are now on match point. Optic Gaming could finish it all right here, Matt, after that dominant performance in overtime.
Well, it's interesting. You know, Faze has been doing a great job in the slaying department against Optic the entire series. Optic used to be a phenomenal comeback uplink team because they used to slay out like crazy. Now I would say probably Biolab is their best uplink map. So, Faze has a very good chance, of course, in a Game 5, I think, in my opinion.
It took 16 seconds for either team to grab that objective, and you just saw the end of Enable's throw. Already a 1-0 game in favor of Faze, but it's not a dunk. They don't have map control quite yet until Slasher did that damage. Last man up was Scump. Hook's going to take care of that business, and here comes the 3-man wrap. One player's going to jump through the middle. Hook throwing it for yards, won't land, and a good stop on Zuma is going to keep this a 1-0 game for Optic Gaming. Let's go over to Scump, who's taking that objective.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to try and force the issue over here on green side. It's going to be Scump passing this one over to Krim. Krim's going to be stunned like crazy. It's going to be 3 dead for Optic Gaming. Looks like Faze going to be able to get that drone back and decide to push it out of their own base.
Enable sticking with it is going to hold on to the satellite drone, and here's a second toss of the game, second score of the game. 2-0 start here from Faze at our first minute 10. Scump rotating over there for Optic, though. They know they got to focus on some glass control, and the player who is locking it down is Karma. Karma picking up 2. You're going to see Krim rotating with that satellite. Scump trying to clear the way, and there is the score with the dunk. Optic ties things up, and they're still in position to rotate a second one through.
Faze has to be careful. You can't let Optic get going on this map. It's going to be Scump picking up another one. Going to have 2 players behind him. You're going to have Zuma and Hook in the kill feed, picking up 2 huge kills. Karma rotating through glass side. Going to try and lock this one down until his teammates spawn up. Going to pick up 2 big kills. Another kill for Karma. Going to pick up 3. Enable. Last line of defense here for Faze. Going to be just playing in that back area. Going to wait for Zuma. Get over there. Try and hold this off.
It's all right, crowd. You can cheer. People starting to get fired up for Optic Gaming. Yelling, let's go. But the Faze fans getting pumped by that play. Zuma not only gets the interception, he's on a 3 streak, clearing the base. Nice job by Faze to reset, calm down a little bit. But they know Optic, they're just starting to get warmed up. They're going to keep pushing on you. Zuma knows you got to get the kills first before putting any thought on that objective. And I like the play here. Almost got that kill. It's all up to Enable, though. 1-on-2 as Optic is surging forward.
Yeah, Enable's going to have to pick up a big kill on the drone carrier.
There it is.
He's going to get it on Scump. Going to pick up the drone. Going to have a nice chance to run this towards this right-hand side of the map. Enable looking to go for an AC throw. Going to get that one off. Intercepted by Karma. 2 huge plays. One from Zuma of Faze. Another from Karma of Optic Gaming. Saves a 1-point score. That was a huge play by Karma.
And Enable, one of the best shots in the game when it comes to uplink tosses. Karma knows that would have gone in. Krim trying to force this one through for the dunk. Picks up a crucial kill on Hook. Formal goes down at the hands of Zuma, and it's Zuma holding strong once again with Slasher. Slasher going to toss this one out. They go for the reset. 2 minutes still to go here on the first side. And do you still agree with the thought that Faze is playing from the more advantageous spawn?
I think now that the spawns changed a little bit, I mean, no, they've changed for a few months now. I think if you can just force the team green side, both sides, you can put up a ton of points on. I mean, we've seen from the, the bad side, quote unquote, that a lot of teams putting up pretty good scores. You see Krim jump up, going to knock one down. I don't think either side has a huge advantage anymore.
Formal working with Scump, but Scump fell. So now it's going to be Formal having to clear the base. He's going to lose his teammate Karma, who is to the right. Formal going to get picked off by Zuma. Zuma going for 3. Will fall. Enable, though, holding on to glass for the time being. Knows Optic is going to be surging forward. Hits the stun, but won't be able to get much more done from that. It's going to be Slasher now, and Slasher is going to get dropped. HOQ protecting the satellite drone, but Optic is just continuing to apply pressure. Formal's got the pass ready. Instead, his teammate is going to cover. Formal cut down from behind. Karma is there, though, and gets it through just in time before Enable can clean him up.
Now I was going to say, Faze, they haven't had a ton of glass control the entire game, but it hasn't really come back to bite them. I mean, they were doing a great job playing defense on their own base, winning those gunfights right there. Optic just able to break in, get a nice 2-point dunk. It's going to be Karma leading the way, 13 and 12 with 2 uplinks to his name. Krim doing a nice job, 11 and 10 with 3 uplinks to his name.
3 straight kills from Enable, though, and this is the final 30 seconds. Look at Optic. You see them set up, ready to pounce for another interception. Krim trying to stop it, and here is a big melee battle. Krim's going to win it. He's got the fast break. 2 players in front of him, unfortunately, off the spawn. Won't be able to add another point onto the scoreboard. Enable, though, with the opportunity, and another huge kill. This time it's Karma on defense.
Karma with a huge kill right there on Enable. Enable, he's able to get on that AC throw. Probably puts another point on the board for Faze. So it's going to go into the second half. 5-2 in favor of Optic Gaming. Just 5 minutes away from closing this one out, Puckett.
My favorite game type being played in front of you, and normally people get excited when it's just score after score, but you got to give both teams props for the defense they're playing. Incredible interceptions, great positioning. Enable with 2 huge kills as Optic players were within throwing distance back at the base. We'll keep it a 2-possession game. Faze isn't out of it yet, but remember, their tournament life on the line. Optic could close it out here with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and that game 5, it'll be a solar S&D. I think that one could go in anyone's favor. So Faze trying to force a game 5, then trying to force their second best of 5 here at UMG Cali.
And down goes Karma. Scump and Krim continuing to slay. Scump's going to take down Enable. That's 3 down. 1 player up. Scump is going to be up top distracting. Krim's going to sneak in for the dunk. Shots from behind, but they're not strong enough. Krim is going to put through the 2-point play. 5-point advantage for Optic.
No, Krim just walked by one of the players from Faze. I mean, one of the players from Faze fighting a gun battle up top on blue just kind of ran right by him, able to put in a 2-point score. You see Karma trying to get lost on the Faze side of the map, just be a nuisance, able to take out Enable, going to get cut down by HOQ there. Scump trying to push in. Krim picking up 2 huge kills in the kill feed. Seems like Optic's kind of adjusted. They've gone with 2 battles here in the second half. See Faze making that adjustment. I think Zuma might have one and Enable as well.
Yeah, Enable put away the ASM-1 for sure. He's also gone over to double stun here. Saw him using Semtex for just a little bit in that first side, but here he's going back to the trusted battle class. HOQ keeping the pressure on his opponents with this ASM-1, though, and you're going to see a teammate pushing forward up the stairs. Big kills from Slasher clearing the way, and here comes the satellite drone. It's in the hands of Enable. Big kills need to go down from HOQ. He's going to fall, but Slasher goes for the toss. You got to wonder, though, are the tosses going to be enough? There's actually Enable, who got it through, or do we need to see some dunks coming from Faze?
3:30 on the clock, still a lot of time here, Puckett. As long as Slasher can help get control of glass, this is kind of what we saw Optic Gaming do to Faze here in the first half. It's going to be HOQ dunking that one in for 2, so Enable's going to pick up 3. Krim, 2 huge kills back at his base, trying to hold that off defensively. As long as Faze just gets control of glass again, they should be able to rally some more points.
Zuma, nice movement, going to get up top glass, jumps down while everyone thinks he's inside. Unfortunately, unable to finish. Great job from HOQ getting in there, helping him out. Enable it with the kill in the feed as well. So 3 down for Optic momentarily. Zuma going to continue to press forward with his assault rifle, and you see his teammate right behind him with that satellite drone. It's a 1-point toss. This time it is going to connect. It's Enable. 4 throws already.
And I don't mind the 1-point throw. I mean, it puts you down 1. It's obviously not going to tie the game, but now kind of puts some pressure on Optic Gaming. I mean, we've done some listens with them before when things start to not go their way. They get a little bit flustered. You get it to that 1 point, they might start pressing a little bit, try some things they're not supposed to. Zuma's going to miss a big 1-point throw there. Would have tied the game. but not a bad situation for FaZe to be in. Down 1, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Enable picking up a huge two-piece. HOQ picking up another.
Here's the
Now,
pass.
Trying
Where's
to
the
get
pass?
the ball
There
out.
it is.
They're going to get it to HOQ. He's going to put in for 2. FaZe going to go up by 1.
I was nervous for him there. Full red. HOQ still gets it through. And now you're going to see the rotation once again. Zuma making his way across the map. Knows he's going to be the first line of defense. Formal up in glass. Going to pick off Slasher after being tagged up. Zuma unable to finish. And this is getting scary. All 4 members of Optic up for the first time in over a minute. Karma moving that satellite forward. He is stopped. Formal's going to fall. Big kills going down from HOQ. Krim trying to hold strong in glass until his teammates can reinforce. Krim has 5 of their 7 points, but won't be able to get near that objective. It's going to be Slasher and FaZe throwing this one out of the map for now. They are playing for time with a 1-point lead.
If you're FaZe, you pull out an extra AR, you pull out a lot of stuns, and you just play for drone control the rest of this game. If you're able to just throw it off, extend that time, you're good, but Krim's going to get that drone, get towards mid-map. He's going to mess that up.
And Karma will have the satellite, though, and Karma also going to miss. So rare that we see missed opportunities from the Optic squad. Scump says, give me that, and he is stopped at the goal line. Formal across the map as it's Enable and HOQ with the stop. HOQ stopping Scump inches from putting that one through. 50 seconds left on our clock.
HOQ goes absolutely massive there for FaZe, but the game definitely not over. Puckett is... It's going to be a stomp from Enable on Karma. The drone, though, still in Optic's hands. Scump has a chance to put this one home. Going to go for 2. It's going to be Scump putting that one home. Optic up 1, 30 seconds to go.
The crowd standing up, getting fired up for the green wall. Krim 6 staying alive, but the ball on the opposite side, it was Enable. Stop. He dishes it to Zuma. Zuma with no one to beat is going to jump it through. FaZe takes the lead with 19 seconds left.
Yeah, and it's Optic on drone spawn, though, Puckett. It's going to go into the hands of Formal. 13 seconds left. Looks like they're going to go for the game here. It's going to toss it in. Going to tie it up. Unbelievable.
6 seconds left. 3 members from Optic down. Enable is going to get crushed and will not get the toss. We are going to overtime.
Even the ref looks completely shocked. He's like, what in the world just happened? FaZe doesn't look too alarmed. That's one thing that you wanted to see. They've been playing great. Optic makes that comeback. Don't know how those guys would have taken it. It seems that they're all on the same page in the booth.
I'm still waiting for the day when we have an all comeback uplink tournament. I will watch this game for days, man.
I'd be thoroughly in support of that.
And this is hopefully the championship match we would see in that battle. Here we're going to see, though, off the break, Enable double stunning out the left side. Was looking for a flank, and he did connect. So he's aware he's got to stay back, play a little bit patient. Meanwhile, all the activity around the satellite drone. It's Scump and Formal clearing out glass, but a strong hold here from Slasher.
Yeah, Krim going to pick up 2 huge kills, though. Looks like Optic going to get control of that drone. Going to start pushing it over towards the FaZe base. HOQ on your screen. Going to try and go for a kick. It's actually going to get the drone right by. Should be another player from Optic Gaming in support over there. It's going to be able to pick that up. And guys, don't forget, you can vote for your Control Freak Man of the Match. Use the hashtag KFMOTM. I think if FaZe actually forces this second best of 5, I would say Zuma. Zuma's been on fire the entire series for them.
I'm saying HOQ, man. If he doesn't stop Scump in that second round,
that's
this
true.
game is over. Zuma trying to take over, though, with the bow. As you mentioned, he's really heated up, showing the Slayer that he truly is. Slasher goes down. Scump is going to fall inside the FaZe base. Formal trying to clear the way. Karma moving up with the satellite. Zuma is there, and Karma doesn't get the toss. It's Enable with the interception.
Huge play by Enable, and again, with another interception, Zuma picking up those 2 players. It's going to be FaZe playing for that drone. If you're FaZe, you almost don't want to score at this point in time, but I think it'd be a pretty easy clock to beat.
Krim trying to get in position to watch the respawns. Knows the flood is coming from yellow. Doesn't see them above him. Karma's going to get stomped. It's Zuma with the headshot. Satellite down and still in overtime. We have 1 minute and 30. Neither team able to score quite yet, Matt. And I think both teams a little bit nervous. They don't want to go for the 1-point toss. They are definitely aiming for dunks here.
At this point in time, Puckett, I think it might be bad to even score. I think this is a pretty easy time to beat. Minute 10 on the clock. Should be pretty easy for both sides. This is a very odd start to this comeback uplink game. Usually we see something within the first
Big
minute,
one-on-one
45
here.
seconds. It's going to be a score from Optic.
I don't know if that's the best
A minute
decision.
58, though, on the clock. That's a ton of time.
I don't know if that is the best decision there. Formal almost better off just staying alive. Matt, go ahead and explain overtime real quick in 3 seconds.
So it's going to be Faze attacking that drone. If they're able to put one in, it'll be going in their favor. It's going to be Slasher with that drone. And look at this. They almost tried for that reverse AC throw. You can get on top of that pole.
Look at the
and make
flank
it in,
from Zuma.
See Zuma with a flank. HOQ'S going to go for this. He's going to get cut down. There's
he
another
had
player,
the
though.
slide. He was about
Yeah.
to go for the jump toss. Huge kill coming from Optic.
It's going to be Optic with that drone. It's going to go into the hands of Scump. He's going
Smart
to toss
play.
it out of bounds. I like that play from Scump. Still a minute 25 left on the clock. It actually bounces back in.
Uh-oh.
So the drone doesn't go
Uh-oh.
out. Huge mistake from
4
Optic.
people up over for Faze. HOQ leading the charge.
And they're able to pick the drone up. This should be a 1-point score.
And Zuma is going to hit it.
Wow.
What is happening here? Phenomenal stuff here. Your round-ending score coming from Zuma. Scoring 3 in this game. HOQ with 4, Enable with 4 of his own.
That reminds me of, there was an event, Bose tried to throw the drone out of his own base and it bounced back in. Same thing right there happens to Scump.
That's rough, man.
Definitely
it's great if you're a Faze fan,
Yes,
though.
it is. Definitely not what you want going into a Game 5 if you're Optic.
What a job from both teams. Insanely entertaining. Game 4 of Comeback Uplink, but we are not done yet. More Call of Duty, the grand finals. Can Faze take down Optic Gaming and stop the three-peat? We'll find out if they can force a second best of 5 after this. And we are back, guys, live from UMG California. The grand finals continues. Now, if you're just joining us, remember, this is a double elimination tournament. Optic Gaming is coming from the winner's bracket. They have not lost yet. So if they fall to Faze right here in Game 5, we will play a full best of 5 in the championship match, but they could win the title with a victory here on Solar Search and Destroy.
Kind of reminds me a little bit like the Columbus AW Open, right?
Oh, yeah.
When Faze beats them in Game 5 of the first best of 5, forces the second one. Very interesting. Not the same maps, obviously.
Slash has been involved in both.
Yeah, Slash has been involved in both. No Doug Sensor Martin this time, but it's going to be Faze on the offensive here. It's going to be Slasher getting that first blood. Huge start for Faze.
And you're going to see Enable with this bomb trying to hang back. HOQ is in the mix, and Enable now finds himself in a 1v3 after getting first blood. Optic swinging lefts and rights are going to knock him down one at a time. You saw Slasher. Great opening there, but it was Zuma and HOQ who just couldn't get those kills trying to surge around that corner.
Yeah, Slasher gets that first blood. They tried to play aggressive over on B, and Optic pushed them right back, able to win all their engagements, win that first round. Be interesting to see what they decide to do here on offense. You know, Optic used to love this kind of mid-push. Now, I think they'll probably just keep going over towards B. Oh, an A push. Look at this.
3 ARs for Optic, and it's going to be Krim. At the back, let's switch it up and go over to Scump. Scump charging right in. He's got Karma leading the charge. Karma all tagged up. Formal is going to draw first blood, but it's answered by Slasher there. Formal trying to rotate through, and look at this bomb. Scump is going flying into the garage. Zuma downstairs is going to challenge. Scump unable to pick it up. There he does, and now we're going to see a 1-on-3 again for Enable. This is going to be so tough.
I wonder how much Optic knows about Faze's defensive setup, because we saw Denial take advantage of Optic Gaming at COD Champs on this map. They knew exactly where Krim played, up on Catwalk every time over at A. They ran at Slasher. They knew Slasher was up there on Catwalk. Took huge advantage of that, able to take the A site right away. So looks like Faze is going to have to change some things up on the defensive side of things.
Scump and Krim, 3 kills each after just 2 rounds. Krim with your round-ending kill cam there, and you gotta love the confidence Optic is playing with. Faze, though, they've shown they can meet with some aggression of their own. That's how they dominated Detroit the first time these two teams met up in Search.
Well, Zuma dominated Detroit the first time.
True.
Now, you're going to need Zuma to have not the same type of game. We still come up with some pretty big plays here. It's going to be on your screen. Going to try and force that mid-cut. Optic playing this the complete opposite way they did the first time. First round, on defense, they push right back at B, right up in their face. Now it looks like they're going on the long flank.
Yeah, the 2 players set up on this flank, and you are going to see a little flank coming here from Zuma. Zuma going to pick Formal, trading evenly. 3-on-3. Battles at the top, and Scump was just saved by Krim6 taking out HOQ.
Yeah, Krim still sitting at 4-0. Scump is going to drop at the hands of Slasher, so we're going to have a 2v2. It's going to be Krim and Karma going up against Slasher and Zuma. Zuma going to get tagged up by Karma.
And
Karma going to fall all the way back.
This is an interesting position. Does Zuma go back and do they attack Krim together, or are you going to see Slasher try and rotate over and try and help pick off Karma? It looks like Zuma going to be watching. Slasher will go for that plant, but Optic is here ready to trade, and Karma is going to clean up one. Slasher can't get out alive. Great job by Krim6. 5 straight kills.
This is the Krim we're used to seeing in Game 5, right? I feel like we haven't seen this Krim in a very long time. At least, on Advanced Warfare, but really taking over Game 5. It used to be you get to Game 5, you lose the Krim. Krim turning up here, starting out 5-0.
The crowd getting rowdy. Benson just won a rap battle I saw. We're going into round number 4. Krim6 on your screen has played this one flawlessly.
Yeah, and they really needed him to come up with a big game. Scump has had a pretty off series by every stretch of the imagination where you kind of consider how he's been playing recently on Advanced Warfare. Krim going to be able to get that first blood on Zuma. Slasher able to answer it right back. He's going to have to fall all the way behind this A bomb site, going to give it up completely to Optic.
And we're going to see the bomb back up. So Optic not going to try and force it over at A. Formal's going to rotate to B. And with this much time off the clock, does Faze think that it's still happening at A, or are they aware that something fishy is going down? You see the position change from HOQ. He was on top. Now he's hiding down low with an SMG.
I think it's pretty predictable that, Optic takes this bomb over towards B, now trying to make some action happen in the middle of the map. This is the spot that Optic used to love to force the action all the time. Enable and HOQ winning 2 big gun battles. Going to be all up to Scump. Going to come behind Faze. Going to be able to pick up one. Not able to win that round.
I'm confused by that play call.
Yeah, very odd.
They're like, we don't know where they're at. Let's put ourselves in the most vulnerable spot on the map, the pool, and see if we can just force our raw skill to win our gunfights. Instead, Faze playing that one very smart. They stayed solid on defense, able to get their first point on the board.
They could have shown, Optic, they could have sent 2 players over towards B, just kind of put pressure over there, then had the bomb just kind of lurk over by the A bomb site, try and go for a plant.
Slow start here for the Faze team, and you're going to see Slasher with the bow heavily tagged up. He's going to try and escape down to the lower tunnel. Bomb might want to start making its way over to A. Zuma, though, not giving up on the B. Bomb site is going to get the first blood. Karma trades with Slasher.
Well, Optic is just kind of challenging Faze to do anything but go to B. I mean, they're just going to force the issue over at B. Faze decides to just fight these gunfights straight up. They're going to lose them all. HOQ, last one alive for Faze.
All right,
He'll
HOQ.
take out Krim. Gets a nice stun off. Not able to take down Karma.
Sometimes it's better to single jump, man, and he is going to get challenged and taken down. Honestly, Faze is just playing this one too aggressive for my liking. They're playing stubborn when they should have just backed up and tried to regroup with a lot of time left on the clock.
That was the same thing that happened in the first round. Slasher was able to get first blood, and then after that, they just kind of ran into 3 guns of Optic straight up. That time was Faze able to get first blood, and then instead of just playing it slow from there, they saw the players on Optic, they decided to just charge right at him one-on-one.
Things totally change if you get those kills in terms of what we'll say as casters, but so far, you got to question a few of the decisions being made. Optic starting off so strong, the opposite of what we saw in the first S&D. This time, though, it is Zuma getting out, gonna get the first blood. He's cleaned up by Formal. Nice positioning by Optic, always able to trade. You're gonna see the rotation by Krim, challenging Slasher, and a big win there by Slasher, taking him out in the pool. Makes this a 2 versus 3 with Faze having the advantage. I'm taking a look here. The bomb rotating over, Matt, and do you think Faze is ready? I think so as well.
Yeah, they're going to collapse right on Karma. It's going to be Faze winning that one.
What a trap.
Trying to make a little bit of a comeback. Yeah, I mean, as soon as that bomb went down at B, I actually like that play by Zuma. Even though he's cut down pretty early, he goes through that mid-cut, able to really just stop the push by Optic. You don't know how that round was going to play out. I mean, Zuma doesn't hit that. Maybe Optic was planning, a fast push at B. Maybe not, but he's able to take that, cut right through it over by that B bomb site, take out that first player.
After that second kill, I saw nothing but smiles on your face as you saw Enable kind of lead that charge over. Smart plays on defense, but the question is, can Faze and Enable get the round win on the attack? This would be a big one. Bring them back within 1 point, and you'll see Zuma unable to finish the first kill. Nice job staying alive by Karma, but Krim6 is going to be dropped.
And Zuma being so aggressive towards the middle of the map. You see how far back the players on Optic have had to push this far. Not exactly a fan of this challenge. He's going to try and take out Formal. He's actually going to get caught on a ladder there. He's going to be taken out by Scump. So you love Zuma's aggression, but right there needed to just fall back a little bit.
And that's kind of the difference between the way Faze and Optic are playing this game. Optic normally in a position to trade. Zuma had no help, no one with a line of sight there to put shots down. You see Enable taking some fire, the flank from HOQ. Good pick here, and now they have one more player right next to him. It's Scump, who's going to have the ASM-1. The SMG gets one, but now it's up to Formal. Formal makes it a one-on-one, but Slasher, too strong, up top with the bow.
All right, so Faze is starting to figure some things out that are starting to work against Optic Gaming. You're going to have to see Zuma. Now, he's going to go on these fast pushes, either convert them into kills and then get away, or, just try and just play those positions, just force the players on Optic back when they go on offense.
Honestly, I think it's Zuma getting the picks early on. Can he take out Scump? Can he get rid of Optic's SMG players? Because the rest of the Faze crew looking very comfortable challenging with the bounce. Formal on your screen to open things up is going for the open challenge. Top B, you're going to see Scump getting in position down low, and Scump is going to get right into the action. Forced back for the moment, baiting it out for Formal, who can't finish the kill on Enable.
Yeah, he's going to see Zuma low as well, but Optic going to force the issue over here at B. Krim getting that first blood. He's going to drop out the hands of Zuma. Formal there to trade. Slash is going to pick up another one. Karma's going to trade that one. Looks like we're going to have a 2v1 scenario. Enable, last one alive for Faze, going up against the likes of Scump and Karma. Looks like Optic going to be able to get this bomb down at B. Enable is a very tough spot.
So difficult here for Enable. 39 seconds. Of course, it takes 7.5 to get that defuse, almost 8 at some points. And we'll see, will Karma challenge here as Enable is going to be peeking up? It looks like Scump is just going to hold back, and both players are going to be listening for the defuse.
Yeah, and it looks like Scump, he's going to get challenged by Enable, so we're going to have a 1v1 Enable versus Karma. The sub versus the permanent player.
Oh!
Enable going to win that one.
Permapone, man, Enable going for the defuse, and they have brought it right back for a piece, and the crowd standing on their feet. Faze fans getting behind their squad.
Enable does not want to lose this one, want to prove that he was the factor. Faze coming all the way back, tying this one up at 4 apiece after that huge 2v1 by Enable.
Can't wait to see what DeCerno's going to write about this matchup, Matt.
So you see it's going to be Faze on the offensive side of things. Going to be looking to see how they decide to play this. That's definitely Zuma going over towards A. Don't even have to highlight him. Slasher's going to get first blood. HOQ with another one in the kill feed. Faze looks like they're trying to force this.
Big kill there by
second
Krim.
best of 5 Krim, though, with a huge kill.
And here's a big opportunity. Karma can't connect. 1 on 3 here for Krim 6. Is Faze really going to take the lead here?
Krim stunned in the back. Faze just going to try and push you, get the kill. They are going to go up 5-4. One round away, Puckett.
1 round away to force a second best of 5. Faze fighting for their life. And you see Enable after that round holding up the finger. One more, boys. One more.
Slasher really starting to come alive. He's been a little bit slow during this entire tournament, not having that Slasher-like consistency, really putting together a great Game 5. Krim trying to will Optic to victory, trying to get that 20th championship.
It's a chant battle here in California. This is the noise we wanted to hear from the crowd.
And look at the play by Faze. They're going to stack over at the A bomb site as Optic tries to push their way in. Going to give it up. Formal going to be playing here on outskirts. Going to wait for a player to push up.
Krim not planning, though.
It's a very odd situation. You expect at least to see one player here. Optic doesn't see anybody. They really have no idea where Faze is playing. They don't know if Faze is stacked B or they're stacking A. Karma with a big first blood.
Karma is going to start it up, and now the plant is coming down from Krim. Battle in the back. Slasher wins it against Formal. Here comes the challenge from HOQ.
He's got a player directly below him to his left.
And there it is.
Able to win that one against Krim. And then he's going to get out of there. Karma's going to drop in the hands of Enable. All up to Scump.
And Scump gets one.
Going to get one.
Enable and HOQ have to get the defuse.
HOQ going to push
and
it. He's going to take
falls.
him out. They're going to get the defuse and puck it. We are going to have a second best of 5 here at UMG Cali.
The sadness on this boy in the front row is incredible. We were talking during the commercial break. Can Faze do it? I said it's possible, not probable. He said no way Optic is going down, but we see it. Faze, after a very slow start in Game 5, the comeback, the strong finish. Slasher leading the team 10-6, 8-7 from HOQ, and it all started, the tides turned when Enable won that 1v2.
Huge 1v2 win by Enable. And it's kind of funny, I believe UMG Nashville, we saw Faze win 2 best-of-5s to win that tournament as well against Zuma at that event. So Faze, the organization, they've been in this position before. Can they close this second one out?
So, Matt, we're going to have some time as the players are going to go to the bathroom for a break here. Everyone else at home, during the commercial, make sure you get yourself another glass of water. This is going to be a good one, but let's talk a little bit about this. We thought this was Optic's series, just judging by the game types, judging by the maps. After watching these two teams stack up in 5 full games, it's clear Faze has a slight advantage in Search and Destroy on Solar, a big advantage on Detroit. But how do they match up when it comes to Uplink, CTF, and Hardpoint?
Well, let's just take a look at the maps for the second best of 5. It's going to kick things off with a Biolab Hardpoint. That one could go either way. I mean, Faze, they've been doing a great job putting pressure. I think it really comes down to Scump and Zuma. Both of those players for either of their teams, those are the ones who are going to be in the opponent's face, putting that good pressure on. Whoever wins that one, I mean, Scump didn't have the best of series for the first one. You're going to need him to play Scump-like in the second one. Going to be looking at that matchup in the first one. Terrace S&D, that's going to be game number 2.
And this is a map where we saw Faze get skunked. 6-0'd by Elevate on Saturday night.
They're not too strong in that one. Really, when you're taking away that overkill, you miss some of that sniper play. It's where you're going to be hurt if you're Faze. And then game number 3 is going to be Detroit Uplink. I think that one we've seen Optic have some success on before. Going to be looking to see if they can continue that. Retreat CTF, if you are Faze, you need to have 2 maps in the bank before you hit that Retreat CTF, because that is an Optic win. They win that one like 90% of the time.
Just go talk to Enigma 6, man.
Right.
Optic almost lost it. Remember, there was some overtime action here on the main stage just a bit ago in the winner's bracket finals. I think Faze has shown pretty similar skill to this Optic squad when it comes to shooting, but Optic always notoriously strong with those clutches, getting those flag returns.
I mean, you look at this series as a whole, I'd probably say I'd favor Optic in game 1. I think Optic's pretty strong in Biolab Hardpoint. I think game 2 could easily go to Faze.
All right,
I think that one could easily go to Faze. And then I think the biggest game in the entire series is going to be that Detroit Uplink. Optic wins that one. They can close it out on Retreat CTF. Faze is able to take that one. Definitely, I think, goes to another game 5.
You know what I'm hoping for?
You want another game 5 round 11.
It's happening. Guys, hit us up on Twitter. Send us your predictions. And, of course, use the hashtag all weekend long. UMG Cali continues live. We'll be back with the second set of matches after this.